a lot of folks, it's me back after a hiatus of several months where I sort of lost some confidence in providing content to YouTube, but that doesn't matter. Uh, but anyway, back now to just give my thoughts on what's obviously been a very humbling defeat today to Arsenal. And whilst uh, it's actually the first time that we've been uh, generally humiliated, and I would say that because of the pattern in the whole game and how quickly it got away from us, it will be a game that will reflect on us maybe the very worst performance of the season, even though there was a cluster of embarrassing ones against City at home, Burnley at home, Chelsea at home, Spurs at home. But in general, we've somewhat competed and given a valiant effort in the majority of games, and not least in the last two away games to a degree at City, and to a larger extent at Liverpool last week, where obviously we lost, but and lost both games comfortably, but in a way where we could walk away with some positives to take. But today, I'm hard pressed to find any positives for the game other than the sort of the one man determination, power, skill, drive, and sort of dynamism of Fafana, especially in the first half. And then to an extent, the way that Arsenal was able to handle and keep Martinelli somewhat sort of quiet in the game on a few occasions other than uh, it's a shame that it took him time to settle into the game because he was rather culpable for the way that Martinelli was able to waltz free and set up Odegaard for the assist after just 3 minutes. And uh, to say that it rather felt like the game was sort of over then, and to an extent even uh, psychologically, as though probably witnessed Arsenal's scored 16 goals in the 4 games prior to today. Maybe psychologically the boys were damaged before we even got onto the pitch. And I just have a bad feeling that the demoralising nature of the defeat today psychologically might now damage us moving forward for the rest of the season. Because to state that it was a bit like year 11s, Arsenal being the year 11s and the year 10s, and Burnley being the naive, passive, physically weak, uh, uncomposed, you know, but basically we were bullied. Arsenal didn't even have to withstand a single patch of pressure. I think as far as I know, that I can remember, it took him to go back the 83rd minute for us to have a meaningful shot. I think we only had 3 corners in the whole game. Uh, and there wasn't any need for any last ditch defending from Arsenal, maybe one got shot. And all the way through the game, we were rather putting Arsenal's hands uh, and without wanting to pin the blame on individuals because everybody has been poor. Very few people can from the team can collectively say that as individuals they've done enough to convince anybody that as from next season onwards that they would deserve a move away from us in the summer. But I especially would say that we've known all along, really, but categorically we can say after today that Alistair Qua was, well, has been horrific at left back every time, and the way that he was unable to prevent any crosses coming in and how sluggish he was makes me wonder whether he can offer us anything, even at championship level moving forward. I don't uh, particularly blame Trafford for any of the goals that were given against that we conceded today. Like most of the shots came at him quickly. I think maybe the penalty was harshly judged, but Burnley attacks and all that. It was always going to go against us. I think I was unlucky. I did somewhat feel as though perhaps Trafford dived over the ball and was very close to getting it, and perhaps he could have done better because it seemed to be a rather scuffed penalty by Saka. But anyway, the point is that surely Muric will hope to leave the club in the summer, and I think so that we don't risk uh, psychologically stunting Trafford's development by having his confidence drummed into the ground. I would now play Munich for the rest of the season because it's obvious that Munich would leave, and if he can shine and bring his attributes to the table that we saw last season for the remainder of this season, then hopefully it might uh, enhance his transfer fee as far as possible for us moving forward. Quite frankly, uh, I thought that some fans who were predicting a top 12, top 10 finish for us at the beginning of the season were somewhat misguided and deluded. I personally felt that we would be in something of a minor relegation battle that I expected us to be able to handle, but I expected us to manage to stay up perhaps in 15, 14, 16, 16th place, hopefully with a couple of games to spare. I did not envisage anywhere near how poor would be, and I frankly can't wait for the season to end. It's going to be a drag to motivate myself to go to the home games and the rest of the away games that I plan to go to. Because I think we're going to have that red line under our names with perhaps 3, 4, 5 games to spare. And the faster the season ends, the better for everybody concerned. But my worry is, are we going to be able to get the points that we need to at least avoid this being the worst Premier League season that we've ever experienced, even including under Owen Coyle? And I would say that we have, because we have to double our points tally to do so, that would appear to be doubtful. So I just hope that we can spend the rest of the games planning for the championship, getting ourselves as much confidence into the players in the group and start plotting and planning how we're going to attack the championship next season. Because for as much as we all love what Vincent Company brought to the club and how proud of last season we are and how grateful we are for the new ethos, the new ownership and the new direction of the club. I have to say, you know, there isn't very many clubs or fan bases for that matter who would have been anywhere near as patient with Vincent Company for the man as what the majority of Burnley fans have been. And at most other clubs, he would have probably been sacked already, which is not what I want to see. I do think that he's demonstrated how fabulous he can be for us in the championship once, and he deserves the opportunity to do so again. But we all know, unfortunately, that it has to be a smooth transition back into that league next season. Otherwise, people are going to be looking at him extremely funny, and they won't be having the necessary patience for him come October and November next season. So the plans for next season had better be cohesive, and you know there won't be any time to find our feet in the championship. So those preparations need to happen now. We need to be clear, targeted, and structured about who we are going to bring in. Hope that we can keep the majority of the squad, and maybe sell either Kobayashi or Odegaard for profit, which can then be reinvested and keep the nucleus of this team, because there'll be no guarantees next season. But to have come into a championship season without any sort of established Premier League experience other than Brownhill and arguably Gerard, Charlie Taylor, who have, for the most part, been peripheral figures, seems to be foolhardy. So I just hope that we won't be so scattergun and unbalanced in the approach of the squad that we assemble in future. And on another note, let's hope that Aaron Ramsey can recover from his injury quickly, because that was nasty. We've seen nowhere near the best of him, and he seems to be another player who was bought in for a very, very bloated transfer fee, in my opinion, and at the moment a fee that he doesn't look capable of repaying us. So let's hope he can recover and he can shine towards the end of the season or next season, and we can put this miserable season behind us, because it's been a nightmare. And never mind, a week is a long time in politics. A year is a bloody long time in football. And I can't believe that this season was supposed to be a new chapter and a dream for this football club. And that documentary that had the eyes on it at the beginning of the season now looks quite an embarrassment. And I just want to see Burnley play good football. The fans get behind the team, and the manager, the players, the fans, and the owner, and everybody to be pulling in the same direction. Because when your team doesn't win football matches, and when there's no shame in not being a good team, but when it's sort of embarrassing and you're out of your depth, then that really hurts. For goodness sake, like, how can we have lost 18 football matches already and there's still a third of the season to go? It's very disgracing, but all we can do is turn up week after week. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I endeavour to make more consistent content from now on. Up the clarets and don't let the poor results ruin your weekend, otherwise you'll be waiting for a long time if you're waiting for Burnley to make you smile again at the moment. But keep positive, and thank you for watching.